Hi everyone, it's Falon Dominguez, and this week I'm doing my second blog post for Give Smart. Our question this week was to actually go back and look at one of our first blog posts from Giving 2.0, the book that we read last semester. But since I was in Brazil while everyone was reading that book, and I hadn't got my book yet, I actually never did that blog post. So I thought that I'd do something a little different and try to relate it back to the chapter that we read this week and make some short-term goals for my giving this year, since I can't really talk about the short-term goals that they all made last semester in August. I think it's been really interesting for me reading both Give Smart and Giving 2.0 because it started to make me think about how I could give money. I think that most of the time, people my age, when we give, we usually give our time. Usually we give it through volunteering, and it's been interesting to kind of think about, okay, well now I can still give my time, but I'm getting to that point in my life where I have more money to give, and I can give it strategically and not just give it to, a random donation that they're having outside of a Publix or something like that. I can actually give my money to places where they can use it and make a really big impact. So this chapter of Give Smart talked about how when donors are deciding where to give, usually they look at it from 4 different ways, not 3. So people, places, pathways, and philosophies. They try to look for places that either match up with people that they want to support, with philosophies that they want to support, new innovative pathways to get to their philosophies, anything. This chapter also made me think a lot about my mom, because the way that she gives I always thought was very interesting. She always tells any person that comes to the house or that calls us to asking for a donation, she tells them that we always give at the end of the year, and that she would put their name down on a list and consider everybody at the end of the year, and she always picks like 3 to 5 places that she's going to give. And some of those places stay consistent from year to year, but other places she picks based on, I guess, news stories that she heard this year. Usually books. This year she read a book called Half the Sky by Nicholas Kristof, and she really liked it because she keeps talking about it. But I know that several of the organizations that she gave to this Christmas were from that book because it matched up with the philosophies that she had. She really likes education, women's education, and women's rights issues. And so that book had talked about several places that the Kristoff supported, and so this year she decided to give to them as well. Giving 2.0 also kind of taught us what to look for when we want to give. So her suggestion was that it's also a personal decision, that you want to look for an organization that's going to give you what you want with your donation. So some people want to make a donation and be really involved. Other people want to make a donation and just make a donation. And I think for my time in my life right now, I would like to make a donation to some place where I can make my donation. I know that they're going to use it and use it well, that it's going to go a long way, but I don't necessarily have to have a hand in what they're doing personally. Maybe later in life I can actually serve on a board or something like that, but for right now I want to give, once and know that it's going to be a good investment. And so my goal for this year would be to find 1 to 2 places that I could actually give to, and my second goal would be to actually pay more attention, kind of doing what my mom does, and think about it throughout the year. Okay, well, I learned about this in class this semester, and I know that this organization is starting to, work with this group, or do, this kind of new innovative thing, and give to a philosophy that I like. And so that's where I'm going to give this year. But yeah, those are my short-term goals for Give Smart, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.